Oh my goodness. We were just finishing up our 3 mile walk, and I said, let me go live real quick. I normally try not to overload y'all with all this talk and rhetoric and things of the whatnot and the whatnot. Oof, my arm. But we gotta talk about it. We have to talk about it. And thank y'all to the base squad. Thank y'all for really supporting. Y'all been showing up and showing out. I love that. Ooh, get a girl pop. We're gonna just talk about some things that I've been seeing. We're gonna tomorrow. We gotta step it up, honey, because there's so much drama. There's so much drama. But as y'all are coming in, please like this video. Like this video now. Don't like it later. I have been sharing in the Base Squad chat just some tidbits and some information so that y'all are not left in the dark. Because I try my hardest not to overload y'all with information. I just want y'all to have the best, the brightest, and the most. The most, okay? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Did y'all see what is going on? Have y'all seen what's going on around the world globally? There's so much happening. There's so much happening. I literally went to bed and I found out more countries were actively fighting. They're fighting against the regime, y'all. It's time to wake up. It's time for y'all to snap out of whatever spell y'all are under because it's time to get active. But anyways, we're gonna be talking about these Epstein files. What does that mean for the Republicans? Because they're scrambling. The Democrats are literally using this tool to out them. I told y'all, primary anybody who is selling you out to big corporations, who are selling you out to Pedialytes at bus stops. I told you it all boils down to they want your children. Y'all was not believing me. Your girl been finding things. The members have been reading them pages, honey, turning the pages like a book because I care. I care. I'm out here doing the work. Y'all are doing the work. I love that for us. We're gonna be talking about Meg the Stallion versus Red Pill rhetoric. Child, you know you that when people are making up things now, it's getting ridiculous. Like, what is wrong with these hoes? We gotta talk about Milagro, lost cause. She's about to be up off this internet. I'll be surprised if Megan allows it. It's given she will be gone in no time. I'm just telling y'all, it's given at the top of the year, deplatformed across all social media platforms. But I guess. And then of course we gotta talk about Hazel E. Because y'all, I didn't even want to talk about this mess, but here we are. Here we are again. Here we are again. Dealing with the drama. But that being said, hey, Couture Bays, it's your girl Britt Pratt going live with the Bree Talk and Bays Squad. We have to talk. Now, before we get started, let's like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not facts. Everything we say here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip you some apple juice or my favorite vegan water, and let's get into the mess. How you can like this video is by double tapping the screen. How you can like the video if you can't double tap the screen is hit those 3 dots right there. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you like the vibe, share if you care. How you can engage with this video or hype this video up is hitting those 3 dots right there. Thank you in advance. Shout out to all that are sending donations. I'm highly appreciative, especially during this climate. I've shared things about what you can do if you are opting out of your insurance. I'm not telling anybody to opt out their insurance, but I'm telling y'all this. If you don't want to get your Luigi on, you got to stop spending the money. If you don't want to get your Luigi on, you gotta stop spending the money. Like it can't be one or the other. We gotta make smart decisions. I feel like this. If everybody opts out of doing something, that provides effective change. Effective change. is what it is. But we're gonna start off with the Epstein stuff. So I don't know if y'all know, but Maria Chambers, I think she's sitting down with 60 Minutes or Dateline or somebody like that, and she's talking about how she called the FBI. I want to say decades ago, back when this thing first started to pop off. And I keep telling y'all, this is a war on the children. There is a war on the womb because they only need women to birth the kids and then to be a part of their ancillary factions of the world. So good afternoon. Oh, no problem. Shout out to y'all. Yes, and please like this video. Please like this video, like this video, like this video, like this video, and share this video out. So you have, let me make sure I speak to everybody. Hey, Sharita. Hey, Psalm 23. Hey, Bree H. Hey, Pink Dot. Hey, Nicole J. Yes, it's Thirsty Thursday. Hey, Barry Hankerson. What is going on? Hey, Clutching My Pearls. Hey, Boo. So back to the Epstein situation. Hey, Dr. Nikki. Back to the Epstein situation. So you had this woman named Maria Chambers who was informing the FBI of what's going on. So y'all remember Acosta? I think that was one of the congressional leaders who was in the Trump administration. The first term, he was part of Epstein getting that sweet deal down in Florida. Florida really got to fine tune some of their laws because they have a lot of Pedialytes at the bus stop down in Florida and New York. Florida, New York, and Texas. Yes, they have like the biggest Pedialyte rings ever. You know, they talk a lot about Holly Weird, but what is going on with New York, Florida, and Texas? And you know what I think it is? I think it has everything to do with weaponizing of religion because they're very devout in their religious preferences in New York, Florida, and Texas. Very weird, very strange. Very weird, very strange. I'm glad I had my plumbing removed. Plumbing? What? Yes, you're finally able to make a live. Yes. Please like this video. So, ever since then, it has been crazy. Crazy. So, Maria Chambers, she's out here talking to the people, talking about, hey, this is what's going on. This is what I've seen. Giving her firsthand knowledge. Everybody was shocked, confused. I don't know why they were shocked or confused. I was not shocked. I was not confused. I was not misinformed. I was not misled because I knew when we first found out about it, it was during the pandemic. I said, hey, are y'all tracking this? And it was right before he got arrested. Y'all remember that? And I was like, he got like a slap on the wrist for having video footage and all these other things. And I said, what type of man is he to have a congressional leader be his attorney? Never seen nothing like it. And when I said never seen nothing like it, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Never seen nothing like it. So to me, I just thought it was weird. I thought it was strange. I was not understanding. So then now you have Mike Johnson, who is the Speaker of the House. He's actively working not to allow those Epstein files to come out. And I think it ties back into his shady dealings because remember, he was a grown man. He was a grown man. Say it with me now. He was a grown man with a 14-year-old adopted son. Where is that adopted son? We the people would like to know. We the people would like to know. Where is the adopted son? Where is he? We haven't seen him. So I'm like, And a lot of these senators are voting the way that they're voting because they have those big donors. Let's get into some of them, shall we? Those actually nationwide. So I'm going to show y'all why we have to primary them. And the reason I'm saying primary because that is the terms they're using. Make sure you're actively voting in the primaries. Don't just get up here and want to talk in my chat talking about, oh, no, I don't want to hear it. I want to see action. Unless y'all can show me proof, send me a picture that you voted. I don't need your face or something showing that you're actively standing in the line, doing something, doing your part. I don't want to hear about your words. I'm just tired of the words because a lot of you like to lie. A lot of you like to lie. I have to call it what it is. A lot of you like to lie because it's convenient. Just like I said, in a few years from now, people are going to say, oh, I was never MAGA. In a few years from now, people are going to be like, I was never MAGA. I've always been for the blacks. I've always been for immigration rights. They're going to start talking that hoodoo voodoo. Absolutely not. And I will be right here saying, nah, I remember how you voted. I remember what you were saying. I remember your anti-black rhetoric. I remember how you were actively being an agent of chaos in the community. I remember you standing in the line for the APAC money. Yes, I will be here. Let's get into it. The people doing the work.
Hi there. So buried in the government funding bill is actually a nationwide hemp ban. Yeah, like THC adjacent products. Mitch McConnell shoved this thing in last second because he thought that people wouldn't notice because we'd be talking about other issues like, I don't know, SNAP and healthcare and federal workers. But here's the thing. This legislation would ban 95% of hemp products out there right now. Like the gummies that you take before you go to sleep, or the cream that your boyfriend puts on his knees after he works out, or the little powder that your aunt puts in her smoothies. Done, cooked, goodbye. This is a $20 billion plus industry, thousands of small businesses that this is going to decimate, crush, kill. And what's interesting about this is it's already causing a huge rift among Republicans. Mitch McConnell from Kentucky is the one who inserted this language into the bill because he is backed by big alcohol, specifically lobbyists from Jack Daniels. But here's the thing. There's another senator from Kentucky, Rand Paul, and he understands something, which is that Kentucky has a huge portion of the hemp industry, farmers, workers, laborers, small business owners, and he knows that this will decimate small businesses and workers in his home state. But here's the other thing. It's not just Republicans who are doing this. 20 Democratic senators voted to include this in the bill, to keep it, including John Fetterman. Remember John Fetterman? Remember when he ran on legalizing weed? Remember when he ran on being an advocate for THC products, hemp, and marijuana? Guess what? He's flipped again, god damn it. So anyway, just something to keep in mind. This is how the government works. This is what they do. They try to sneak things in when you're not paying attention. But if you like your cream, if you like your gummies that you take before you go to bed, just know that now with this government spending bill and this government funding bill, that's about to be decimated too. Small businesses, farmers, goodbye, see ya, they're nuking the industry. Bye-bye.
And it's not just the DMV. I see what y'all are saying, but it's not just the DMV. That list of 20 Democrats were not all from the DMV. It was a couple of them from a lot of these Democratic states, these places where they're supposed to be getting it up. And guys, please hit the like and subscribe. Do not put cuss words in my chat. Do not put cuss words in my chat. This is why I continue to say I don't care what side of the aisle they're on. Liberal, moderate, I don't care what new term they use. If they are out against your best interests, primary them. Primary them. Okay? Primary them. Vote them up out of there. Let's stop waiting until whatever. You have to go to the polls, voting at the mayor at the very lowest level, and then continue on to the top. And then educate your neighbors about it. There's nothing wrong with getting out in the street, boot to pavement. I keep telling y'all that. Y'all are relying on text messages and all these other things. You have to use your voice, especially if you say you care. And this is why I say I don't want to hear y'all talk about what y'all are doing. Oh, I'm doing it. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I'm just telling y'all what it is. I do not believe you, because if I don't see you doing it, I just don't. Show me through action, because we've seen people who said things and they went the complete opposite. Complete opposite. Now is not the time for us to be mincing words. I don't even like to talk politics with my family and stuff like that. But I will tell you this. I stand on every decision I've done. And I confirm why I've said it, why I've done it. And now is the time. We do not have time for the BS, because I didn't vote for none of this, because I know how to read. I read Project 2025. A lot of you have still not read Project 2025. There's a lot of things coming up that is affecting y'all. Thank you so much, Darius. Yes, please smash that like button. that are affecting us actively, from the schools down to your taxes. And it's not just the health insurance that's going up, it's all insurance. Thank goodness. Whew, thank goodness my insurer was like, look, this is what's happening. This is what we got to do. And they waited for me because they know I'm in Asia. I'm not actively driving my car. But you know what I said? I was like, hey, what is this? What is this? And they broke it down to the lowest level. That's why when you have good people on your side, woo, favor ain't fair. You just have to be like, hey, what is this? What is this? Ask the questions. Y'all will come here and question us, content creators, celebrities, influencers, all those things, and you'll be cute and mute when it's time. Y'all are not questioning your doctors. You're not questioning your receptionist. You're not questioning the people who are going to bill you. You just sit there in silence and let them say whatever. You're not having a two-way conversation. I keep telling y'all this. Start writing this stuff down. Start writing this stuff down. And again, stop eating the fast food. Stop eating the fast food and start picking up some water and getting active. A lot of you are not getting active. A lot of you are not doing your 4 miles a day. I know y'all not doing your 4 miles a day because some of y'all rather hit the devil's lettuce and pray and be like, oh, I did what I need to do. That's not enough. I told y'all this is the season to be fighting back. And I'm passionate about this because at the end of the day, I could get up and leave. Some of you can't get up and leave. You don't have the means to get up and leave. You don't have the tools to get up and leave. You're not friends with anybody. You have not built you a community. You're not a nice person. This is why I say in these 37 days, you need to be working on self. You shouldn't even be worried about Christmas. What is a Christmas? What is a Christmas? Unless you're going to fellowship with your family, eat some food, laugh and have a good time, focus on the future, because you need to be preparing for the future, living in the present, and stop staying in the past. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing because a lot of you don't understand. Shit is about to hit the fan come January 1st. This was just a taste. Our president was on the thing saying 43 days and they got nothing. Mike Johnson on TV, 43 days, they got... No, it wasn't even Mike Johnson. I take that back. It was Stephen Miller. It was Stephen Miller. They got nothing. Primary them. You have people out here feeling like they by themselves. Call them senators' offices. Y'all, that's your First Amendment right. That is your right as a constituent. They work for you. They do not work for these big corporations. I don't care who's lining their pockets. Let them know you will vote them out. They're trying to take veteran benefits away. Can you imagine serving, doing your time, and they saying you don't deserve your benefits, but they want to give your benefits to the IDF? Make that make sense. Again, Florida, what is going on? You have a Florida representative who has dual citizenship talking about he wants the IDF to have veterans benefits. If y'all don't wake the hell up from whatever spell y'all are under, this is not the time to BS. And don't worry, Base Squad, we're going to get to the party and BS because I know a lot of y'all want to party and BS. But those who are clicked in, I need y'all to understand. While people are saying, oh, the big, beautiful bill ain't that bad, what are you talking about? If you don't want your rights, so be it. While some of y'all are waiting for reparations, y'all wait for that hope and a prayer, but you don't want to fight for the things you deserve that you've earned. They're literally trying to snatch up y'all children, your grandchildren. Have them out here thinking they in love with AI technology. This is why I say put down the phones and go outside. Some of y'all had a phone in your hand the whole day. Go outside. Go outside. Breathe you some fresh air. I don't care if it's cold. Put you on a big coat and get to walking. Some of you need to know how to walk in the elements because you might have to fight in them. So you need to figure it out. Some of you don't have an exit strategy. It was to pop off in your state, your city. Where can you go? A lot of you don't have that. I shouldn't be the one telling you to get these things. The time to just chill out is over. It's getting real. Especially when you have somebody down in Florida talking about they want the IDF to get veterans benefits. Are y'all hoes okay?
Ain't talking about Klay Thompson.
I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. So when I come up here and I show y'all these little videos, and please get the likes up, moms. Please don't let nobody put no cuss words in the chat. Thank you. I need y'all to understand, we have work to do. We have work to do. Make sure you are canceling out your debt. You have 37 days. Things are changing. If they're trying to change the mortgage laws, they're going to change the credit laws. Common sense will tell you that. But y'all don't want to listen to me. Y'all don't want to listen to me. And all I'm trying to do is make sure y'all good. Because it's about to be spooky. We are upon the spooky hours. Let's get into it.
Researching every corporate donor of the 8 Democrats who voted to reopen the government. All of them had at least one major airline, and all of them had at least 5 major healthcare corporations, with the top having a total revenue of $380 billion. I have a list, stick to the end. For Senator Shaheen, United Health, Delta, Aflac, whatever that says, Brookdale, Sensors, Centene, CVS Health, DaVita, Delta, Edible Life Science, Elevance Health, Encompass Health, HCA Healthcare, Humana, JetBlue, ICU Medical, Molina Healthcare, Novacare. I have to move my head for this. Option Care Health, Pfizer, Quest Diagnostics, Southwest Airlines, United Health Group, and UNMG Group. Kane, BlackRock, Delta, Dominion Energy, Elevance Health, which is Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Airlines, United Health, Aflac, Amgen, Bristol Myers Squibb, Cardinal Health, Cencora, Centene, CVS Health, DaVita, Edward Life Science, Elevance Health, HCA Healthcare, Pfizer, Cigna, United Health Airlines, United Health Group. Again, John Fetterman just did it for the love of the game. Fuck. You kind of get the point. $230 billion revenue. CVS Health, $378 billion revenue. My point exactly. So it begs the question, do they reopen the government because the airline said so, or do they reopen the government because they're not worried about all the Affordable Care Act subsidies being gone, because their donors, corporate donors, are going to make billions, and already making billions off your struggle, off your survival. And now you wonder why they don't support the universal health care.
And if you are someone or you know somebody that has to take some type of medication so they can sustain their way of life, you should be figuring out a plan ASAP. This is why I say if y'all walk at least 4 miles a day, that will cut off some of those medications y'all have to take. I'm just telling you, if you cut out the fast food and get outside and walk, breathe the fresh air, that will help you a lot more. I'm not a doctor, but I'm telling you, some of y'all gonna have to get back into your things. Some of you don't even know how to identify a plant that's healthy for you. You don't know the true herbs. You can't spot it. You haven't done that in a long time. Some of y'all are out here, and I love me a little sippy sip. Y'all know I love just sip from the cup of the wine that Jesus has blessed. But I can put the wine down until it's time to get active, because what they're trying to keep y'all in is in a sedated mood. If you're high, if you tipsy or drunk, if you're on the party favors, if you're attached to the phone, you're not worried about what's going on around you. Do you want to be the new slaves? Yes or no? And I'm going to leave it at that. Let's get into the drama. Let's get into Hazel E, honey. Hazel E has decided to pop out with one of society's biggest degenerates I've seen to date. And when I say biggest degenerates I've seen to date, I don't understand why. Hazel E being an AKA out here with a blue face is weird. Weird. She is over there for some type of clout. I don't understand why. Blueface is not even attractive. His face is all tatted up. She was over there twerking and grinding and winding. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, Hazel, really? Are we still in search of clout in this day and age? Wanting to be with a man who wanted to have a child with Krishan, knowing she was a deadbeat mom from inception. It's weird. And y'all be letting it slide because y'all be like, Blueface is such a good father. Something about that is insidious to me. Everything about that's insidious to me. Y'all cannot convince me she's over there for out the goodness of her heart. It's given they're gonna be on some weird reality TV. I'm not understanding. I don't get why you would want to be with the Blueface. Talking about he's been hollering at me, talking about he wanted to be with me and I was getting married in 2019 and 2023 I was getting my divorce and now we're together. And I'm like, girl, what? Oh my God. Oh my God. Ah. Everything's not insidious to me, but you have a 45-year-old woman with a 20-something-year-old closeted gay man because Krishan said he was on the phone with gay men. Very weird, very strange. It's just weird. It's weird. I will never understand how a respectable woman, because Hazel E comes from good stock. You think they just let anybody join the AKAs? No. And she's out here with that Blueface child. The embarrassing. It's sick in the brain. So she wants to take care of Krishan Jr.? Is somebody going to look out for that baby? It's clear he has some type of medical issues. They're claiming he's blind. He can barely keep his head up. He can't walk. He's two. Y'all love going up for the dumb-ish. I don't know. It's weird to me, but y'all have at it. Let's get into Megan Thee Stallion versus the Red Pillars. We got to save Milagro last. Let me pull it up. So you had this basketball player who nobody knows, for real. And when I say nobody knows, I'm talking about us. Hey, Cali girl. You have this basketball player who just, J Will, and who else is this other one up here? Pat Bev talking about Megan Thee Stallion on their pods. And I'm like, can we please cancel out the podcasters? If you're not really going to talk sports, because we seen Cameron do it, he sounded dumb. We seen Mace do it, even dumber. Like these old, overgrown men who are not married, just talking about Megan in a deplorable light. So I don't know how they feel about their content, but we're going to play the sound.
Said he trying to get him a pass.
So here we go.
He ain't talking about Klay Thompson. Y'all steady trying to get him a pass. I ain't never seen Klay not shoot it like this. And for him to say I'm out of my prime, like, come on, Klay, like, come on.
He said that?
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah, he's got a beautiful. Speaking of BBL,
Yeah.
I'm from West Virginia, man. I've been taught a lot by some old folks, old white folks. It only takes one pussy to drag a battleship across the desert. That's how powerful it is. So, it got something to, you know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson, I ain't saying that's what it is, but that might be what it is.
He ain't talking about Klay Thompson. Y'all steady trying to get him a pass. I ain't never.
So you have these grown men mad because Klay Thompson is telling the truth. Klay Thompson is 35. He's been playing in the NBA for a long time, at the highest level for a long time. Not everybody is out there like LeBron. Go look at some of them greats. Some of the greats were not playing exceptionally top tier at 35. You know how I know? Because they would sit on the bench and wait. But let's get into Klay Thompson. He said, referring to my girlfriend as a PUSSY is so disgusting and disturbing, especially from someone who played in the NBA. He's talking about J Will. How would y'all feel if I referred to your wives in such a way? At Pat Bev, do better, fellas. Very disappointing. I'm very happy Klay did this because y'all keep playing with Megan Thee Stallion. Y'all keep thinking it's a game. Oh, it's her fault because he had some bad games. Klay been having some bad games. 3 years ago, we could see it. 3 years ago, he been playing for Dallas. He didn't just start playing for Dallas this year. So what was the excuse last year? And the year before? I think people just hate for men to be accountable and own who they are. And you can always spot them. Because I'm just like, why are we quoting things from stans? That's one. And things from men who don't even like women. And look at Auntie Sinitra. Klay was definitely raised right. Why would you think that's okay to say as a man? Be for real. What is wrong with some of y'all? And I really feel like y'all really hate y'all mothers. That's where it stems from. Because the hatred don't start with the women y'all date. It stems from y'all hate y'all mamas. Because I don't understand. And then I love this next question. I love this question. Are athletes with white wives being blamed for their husband's athletic ability? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. And here's an even better one, an educated one. Mind you, Klay hasn't played too well since his injury back in 2020. Nobody blamed his then girlfriend at the time. People just really find any reason to hate Megan. And that's because she's so powerful. That's because she's so powerful. This is why I keep telling y'all. Y'all have to know who y'all are as people. Because people are actively out here wanting to write some narrative about you. This is why I'm telling y'all, hey, step away from the fast food. Maybe you should cut out this and that because it's getting real. Look at the envy. Some of y'all be wishing, hoping, praying that you get an ounce of some success that Megan has. Maybe not in music, but in other things, other endeavors. But y'all wouldn't be able to tolerate what the people are doing. This is crazy. Talking about it has to be the pussy. You sound stupid. You sound stupid. This is why the NBA is going back to, you got to finish some form of college to come up in here. Because a lot of y'all are just dumb. Children have been left. Children have been left. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Megan don't play no basketball. She raps. She acts. She models. She's a businesswoman. I never hear y'all blame the good white women when the men can't play well at the highest level. When Matt Barnes was out here playing like trash, I never heard y'all say, oh, it's because of his ex-wife, Gloria. When Gil was out here being a troublemaker and a menace, I didn't hear y'all blame Laura at all. Weird. When Shaq couldn't shoot them free throws, y'all wasn't blaming Shawnee. Now? Good. Alrighty, please get the likes up. Can we get 100 more likes, please? And thank you. Shout out to the mods for being in the chat. Make sure nobody is using derogatory terms, please. Let me see. Child, a mess. I just seen something on the internet. It's crazy. So let's get into Milagro. Milagro-grams. It says, blogger Milagro-grams admits she doesn't know anything about the ethics of journalism and defamation case with Megan Thee Stallion. Judge says she never qualified as a journalist in the first place. Baby. Oof, child, it's so unfortunate. It is so unfortunate. So it says, Megan Thee Stallion's legal team just filed new paperwork saying Milagro is not a journalist, not media, and deserves zero protections real reporters get. And the judge already agreed, saying she has never qualified as media in the first place. Look, this could have all been avoided with an apology, a sincere apology, and saying, you know what, I was caught up. Girl, you're right. Let me squash it. She didn't want to squash it. She didn't want to listen to people like me. I was actively out here telling her, stop talking, because they will use everything she say against her. And guess what they did? Use everything she has said against her. Let's get into it. The crazy part is the court is using Milagro's own mouth against her. They pull her live stream quotes, meaning they listened to the lives. And I said it. I knew when she went up there and she was thinking Megan was playing with her, but here we are. I did not tell anybody I was a reporter. I ain't never told you I went to school for journalism. You don't need to be a journalist to give an opinion. I've been saying it from the start. Y'all want these protections and think people are playing with you. The things that Milagro did, insane. The way she was going so hard. Megan would breathe and then it was something. Now you have all these other people doing it, right? But they're stupid. We know they're stupid. That's why Klay shut it down. Like, look, I don't know a camera and a mace. I'm not a rapper, but I know you were in the NBA. And this is what I tell y'all. You can have your opinion, but come on now. At what point do we say enough is enough? It becomes picking. She already got the restraining order for harassment and cyber bullying. A mess. Your mama's obese, ho. Stop playing with me. Get out my chat. Hide user. Y'all, anybody who's disrespecting me in the live, come on now. Y'all have mod wrenches. If you don't want the mod wrench, I'll take it and then we'll get some new bots. But let's not have people in here trolling in the chat. Nip that in the bud. Disrespect somebody else. We talking about red pillars and y'all letting red pillars act a fool in here. And I for damn sure said your mama. She basically said, I don't do journalism. And the court said, perfect, let's write that down. It gets worse. In her deposition, Milagro admitted that she doesn't know journalism ethics at all. What do you mean you don't know journalism? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Okay. She doesn't understand how journalism works. She has no background in it. Megan's team says this proves she's just a biased commentator who spreads misinformation and allegedly posted whatever Tory Lane's family sent her. You walked right into that. Oh my God. Who is your attorney? We can never admit that. No, not on the record. There's too much at stake. They're going to deplatform you, and this is what you're saying. And And remember, when the court told her not to delete anything, Milagro still cleared her phone. But the gag is the court still recovered some of the deleted messages anyways. The lawsuit accuses her of cyber stalking. Cyber stalking, spreading deep fake porn about Megan, pushing lies about the incident between Tory and Megan, and acting as a full-blown puppet for Tory during and after the trial. Now Megan's team wants the judge to officially stamp that Milagro is not media, so she cannot hide behind the journalism while doing everything except journalism. Girl, you literally set yourself up. Literally set yourself up. Like, you deleting people, bringing your channel down, just ignore them and said, I deleted somebody who was calling me names, so I don't have to tolerate abuse. Y'all are so used to black women tolerate abuse. When black women stand on business, you don't know what to do. Don't tell me what to do on my platform. Do it on yours. If you like people talking abusive to you, then so be it. Are you a black woman? If you're not a black woman, please stop talking to me. Because I don't know who you are. Because your PFP is not of yourself. I'm no longer tolerating BS from nobody. What do y'all think this is? If you want to spread red pill hatred, do that with your mama in them. I don't have the time. I'm not a punching bag for nobody. Because I'm sure if I were to ring the IP, then all of a sudden, when I say this person was abusive to me, y'all would be like, oh my God, it's not that deep. It is that deep. It is that deep. He was sitting up in here actively writing every other comment, writing something stupid. I don't care if you say MAGA or Trump 2026 or 2028. That does not bother me. Why would I care about that? That is your opinion. It's not your opinion to abuse me. You cannot verbally accost me. You're not nobody that could verbally accost me. My parents can't even verbally accost me. Are you okay? I'm a grown-ass woman. Y'all get so used to these weak ass hoes on this platform just tolerating it because they feel they need a view. Are you okay? I get the views. I told you, the check clears. The check clears. Don't ever in your life think it's okay. Or was that you? You're not trying to help. You're a bystander. You're complicit. When people say dumb ish like that, you're complicit. You're part of the go along, get along gang. I don't have to go along and get along with nobody who disrespects me. Because I didn't disrespect this person. I don't know that person. I actively allowed them to come up in here and they can share their opinion. Because opinions are not facts. But what we're not going to do is say derogatory things about me. And I have said nothing derogatory since we've been here except for these men keep attacking Megan and blaming Megan. And then all of a sudden, here we go with the things. I have very tough skin. I am in a predominantly male enterprise. So don't tell me what to do. Especially because you new over here. I don't ever see you in the comments like that. So you real new. We don't have to take that. You want to abuse somebody? Abuse those supremacists. It's crazy. Y'all never tell the supremacists. Y'all never tell the isms. Y'all never tell them anything. But y'all want to come into women's spaces and say what we should be doing. And then lace it with, I was trying to help. I didn't ask you for help. I said mods. You're not a mod. This is your fight, okay? Look. That was given supremacist energy. And it probably was a white man pretending. Because that's who it be. When I go and run the IPs of people who go in here and troll, it's usually a white gay male. It's usually a white gay male. I'm just telling y'all what I know. I'm just telling y'all what I know. It's usually a white gay male. Because every time we run the IP, I'm like, and I'm like, which video was it? What got them up in here? Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the checkup. Run the checkup. And run the checkup. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It says gather them, Bree. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Pink Dot. It says run the checkup. Love when women enforce boundaries. Thank you so much, Mega Boo Plants. Ooh, I like that. Y'all know I'm trying to get me some plants. I just saw a video where the man said, if you have more plants around you, you live a longer life. So I gotta get me some more plants. Look, I cannot. The spirit of Auntie Sinitra and Jolie compelled me. I felt like Yusuf. Where is Yusuf? Because I know Yusuf is out there, no justice, no peace. Where is Yusuf? I don't try to be like that. I don't try to be like that, but I be like, because these people be provoking me. I don't go in nobody's home and disrespect them. I'm not about to allow that. I couldn't allow it. Okay? Yes, when you fed up, you fed up. Because I was just like, what is your problem? And they're just saying the same dumb ish over and over. I'm like, get up out of here. Please. Please be for real. Like, what is happening? What is happening? And I'm telling y'all, I have set my things, my parameters, and all that into effect, and it never fails. The troll babies always come out and saying the craziest things when we talk about Nicki Minaj, Milagro, Donald Trump. It never fails. It never fails. And I'm just like, is it just me? Like, what is this? YouTube, do better. So again, Milagro saying she's not a journalist, to me, I don't think that was a strong approach. This is a defamation lawsuit where they say you're cyber stalking. You were paid to do these things. And then they have the financial records. You were like, you're going to be so done. And these people are not going to be able to pay your bills. They're going to have it to where you can't be on the internet for a certain period of time. I think that is crazy. And for the life of me, I can literally be like, aha, but I don't want to say aha to you because you have children. Child, she really doesn't understand. And there's a whole content creator who was not on the internet for a certain period of time because she wanted to play games, and they got her up off of here. And she didn't do no cyber stalking. She had pancakes thrown on her and was fighting at the IHOP. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember that. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember that. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't. They all buy the same bots. Ooh. I blocked them so I can't see them because it's distracting. Ooh. There are some weirdo red pill trolls on YouTube also. They hate when women defend other women. Ooh. Ooh. Well, we haven't seen. Well, Nosy Ho, she started her platform somewhere else. She was not gagged. She's allowed to still be on the internet. Well, Nosy Ho is still allowed to be on the internet. You remember the IHOP? Tulsa, who was that? Who was the lady who did that? Hey, Kit Kat, what's going on? That's who I thought you were talking about. No, Nosy's allowed to be on the internet. She wasn't kicked off the internet. What's her name? VS Icon. Yes. Y'all know I had to find out about this story from Wiley because Wiley said, like, it was funny to me at the time. He was like, VS was like, and where was your antennas? Something like that, because he was just like, girl, not you can't be on the internet. That is crazy. I'd never heard of that. The only people I know that gets kicked off of the internet are Pedialites. They're not allowed to have social media. I learned that. I learned that. Pedialites. American ones. I don't know about them other ones. I don't know about them other countries. I think here you get beat with a bamboo stick. Ain't nobody trying to get beat with no bamboo stick. Asia's crazy. Asia, they out here. I told y'all, some of y'all need to get back in y'all senses. Some of y'all need to tap into who you truly are. I know they're, listen, Luigi showed y'all the way. He said, I'm fighting back. No justice, no peace, bet. But I still feel like Luigi is a hitman. Nothing is proving he's not. Because how come Chicago hasn't charged him yet? He got them little bitty charges in New York, and they're not advertising that case. But we see people going up to that case. Very weird, very strange. But Milagro, I think this was a horrible look. I don't know who your attorney is. They're not doing a good job. They're not fighting for you, because for you to be deplatformed off the internet, that means you can't be on none of the apps because it deals with the internet. Girl, they're going to be tracking you through the Fed system. Do you understand? The federal system, they're going to be tracking you. So Sexy 60 is because VS pulled up on her. That's why they kicked her off the internet? Because for the record, VS is back. VS is back. But she was like a big time drama YouTuber. She used to cover like all the drama. And they said it was super entertaining. I don't remember her. I just wasn't around for that. The lady came for her. And she ended up being the one kicked off the internet. Child, nasty work. Nasty work. And they're about to do that to Milagro. Mark my words. Milagro is going to be kicked off of the internet because she thinks it's a game. Look at the things Milagro has done. And she said, oh, I wasn't promoting. Look. She was definitely doing those things. We've talked about it. And I made sure not to talk about it on my platform because I just felt like, this is wrong, right? I don't believe in content creators being sued by multimillionaires and all these other things. But if they're asking you nicely, hey, like relax, and you don't listen, then so be it. You make this bed, you gotta lay in that bed. You gotta lay in that bed. Now you're taking money out of your children's mouth. You didn't care about your kids, which is unfortunate. You didn't care about your livelihood. Now you got to rob Paul to pay Peter. Now the world sees how much of a pick-me you were for a loser who actually committed the crime. And my thing is this: you did all that, and you still didn't get all the things that you needed. If y'all gonna be out here being the lap dogs for these celebrities, make sure they put you in a paid for home with some paid for land and give you some paid in full stocks. Don't just do it for pennies on the dollar, because to me, she got nothing really sustainable from this situation. It's not like she had this big time platform that was international. She got kicked off of Twitter. Then she had to make another Instagram. Like, no. Now she's being sued in some weird essay case. And they're going to use that for this Megan Thee Stallion case too, which is even worse. Like, girl. You cannot be that fanned out for a Tory Lanez, because what song of his got you acting like a groupie like this? What song? Because the way Milagro was going to bat for this man, you would have thought he was Michael Jackson. You would have thought he was one of the originators, Prince. A Berry Gordy, a Diana Ross, a Marvin Gaye. This is Tori, a Dionne Warwick, a Donna Summers. This is Tory Lanez. Child. Tupac, Biggie. She only saw stars instead of the warning signs. She saw the warning signs. She saw the warning signs, child. Ain't nothing that good going on over there. That man had a history of violence. And she put all her money on Tory. Delusional. Delusional. Because she has a deep fixation on Megan Thee Stallion. It's given for my man. Do y'all watch that show? I watched that with Sherry. When Sherry and I were together, we watched For My Man. It's weird because it's like, those types of people can harm you. And I hate saying that about Milagro because I never met her. I don't know her. But the way she was acting, the way some of these fans be acting, it's giving obsessed. It's giving, you know, get the strap. Because what? I don't know. But y'all, I have to let y'all go. I didn't fuss some people out. I gotta center myself. And on that note, what are y'all thoughts? Let's end it with a good note. Let's leave Milagro some words of encouragement. Because at the end of the day, she is a black woman who decided to attack a black woman. And now she's in this financial turmoil. And she's going to have to pay big. I just know she is. It's unfortunate. And it's going to set another precedent amongst content creators. Because here we go again. Cyber stalking. We are now in cyber crimes. And on that note, what are your thoughts? Comment down below. We got to go. Bye, host.